afternoon, everybody. This is Valerie Kinyon again. I am a customer success consultant here at Top Software. Today we're going to cover some different uses for the filters in Top One. We'll first talk about how to filter index pages in order to customize your data. And then we will be talking about how those filter views can be saved and used as default filters, as well as exporting your data through the mass edit feature, which we covered a few weeks ago if you were here on that webinar as well. So for the filtered view on index pages, you're going to start by navigating to any desired index page. And that can be your owner index, your property index, user, signatures, documents, make payments, violations, service requests, and work orders. For this example, we're going to use the owner index page. And so once you get to that index page, you're going to go ahead and click the blue button that says filters in order to bring up the parameters. Next step is going to be to select your parameters. Here are the different options for the owner index page. Some of these are going to be different depending on which index page you're on. But owner index includes the owner balances, address views, a keyword search, which allows you to search by street name, or you can look up an owner by their last name or account number. There's also email addresses, delivery preferences, owner types. And then the last option here are these toggles, which allow you to select a view that shows you owners who just have violations, service requests, among a couple other things there. Okay, so the next thing we will discuss is how to save those filter views. Once you have selected your parameters from your index page filter there, you can go ahead and click the plus sign, which will bring up a pop-up for you to save here. So this is where you get to enter in your filter name. And this name has to be unique to your filter on this index page. You can use the same name if you'd like to on a different index page. So naming it after yourself, that way you know whose filter it is. Then you can choose your availability, whether or not you want all users to be able to see this filter or just a private filter for yourself. And then you can choose whether or not you would like it to be a default view. If you select it as a default view, this is what will show up when you click on the owner index page, is these filters that you have selected. If you wanted to make some edits to that filter view, you go back into the owner index and click on the blue filters again. And there's a drop-down menu that will list all of the different filters you have saved. You can select your filter there, make any changes you'd like, and then you will save that again here by pressing this little pencil button down here. You can also change whether or not you want it to be a default or the name of the filter at this time. So next we're going to talk about how to export your filter data. And this ties in a little bit with the mass editing webinar that we did a few weeks back. So if you follow back to that same page where you could do the mass edit, you can select your different filters and then actually export that data to use for any kind of reporting you'd like to. The mass edit feature is also available on the vendor page. All right, so once you've selected your filters within that mass edit page, you're going to save, and then at the top there's an export button that will download your data in a CSV file. And one thing I wanted to show you all on the mass edit feature here. Okay, so this is how you get to do the mass edit. You go into Properties, Edit All, and then you can click your filter button here. If you hit this edit, you can actually make changes to your data here, which is very handy. So if you didn't get to see that webinar, you should check it out. But a cool thing about this is these columns will show up in the order that you select them. So depending on how you want your data to appear when you export it, you can organize it in any way you would like to. Like that. So then once you hit your save button, you can go ahead and export. And I'll actually open it up so you can see it. And that is how that would export to your CSV file, and you can turn this into a nice little report for any sort of data you have put in with your owners and properties.